Hi, Spencer the Prepper here. I haven't been on for a while. I've not been too well, but I went to visit some friends who were visiting in Sunny Beach, and I broke down in the car on the motorway outside Borgas, which we had to get towed off the motorway. The garage in Borgas took the car, and I was in Sunny Beach for the rest of the week, which cost me a hell of a lot of money, wiped me out. Anyway, but it means I wasn't able to be here. There was a lot of storms in this area, rains and things like that, and it's completely devastated uh, my stuff. Um, the grass and weeds have grown incredibly tall in such a short time, so I'm spending time um, with a brush cutter and that cutting it down. That fell to pieces, and I had to repair that this morning, so I've got some done. It's now over 30 degrees Celsius and I can't work in this. So I thought I'd sit down and do a bit of chewing the fat with you over prepping. And I thought I'd go through some of the things which possibly have been done more than once, um, but probably needs reminding of. And as you've seen my good friend on uh, prepping preparedness, he's covered a lot of this. As an old age pensioner, right, now I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm not intending to bug out. I'm securing my place here. But as an old age pensioner, you're living longer, and a lot of people, most of old age pensioners are frail and things like that. You're not going to be able to defend yourself. This is the truth. You're not. I would have a lot of trouble, and I'm reasonably strong and things like that, but the majority of pensioners are not the frail, usually older women and that. Um, the only logical thing, in my view, you can do is try to get a group of you together, friends and that, network of some sort. But even then, you're still going to have problems. Um, Another problem with the UK is there's only the criminals and the police that really have got any armament. Even a set of keys could be illegal in the UK. Um, uh, which to my mind, you're not going to get, as far as I can see, um, like North America, where you're going to get this zombie apocalypse, but you are going to get something, especially in the inner cities. That's where the biggest trouble is going to be. So let's talk a little bit of my ability to defend myself in Bulgaria, and bear in mind, most of what I've got would be really illegal in the UK. So, like, I was given this, and it's got no use to me, but I was given to it. It's only meant for one thing. You can see it's only meant for stabbing. It's useless, and I have no intention of getting into mixing it with anybody where I have to use such a weapon. But you never know. I very much doubt it. The thing is, a good pocket knife. This would be illegal in the UK because obviously it flicks out, but it's a damn good pocket knife. There's a boxer one and that. Um, I use it for peeling potatoes and vegetables and things like that. Obviously, it'd be a nasty piece if I had to use it, and I can't foresee a situation in Bulgaria where I would have to use it. Simple as that. I mean, I get on with my neighbours. It's mainly rural, and most of the town folk have got um, plots of land and family homes in the country. So, but this would be illegal in the UK. But if you can have a pocket knife or for bugging out and whatever for that, have one. Preferably two, because you lose them, you get damaged, broken, whatever, stolen. Have two. You won't lose by it. And I don't know about you, I'm always searching around for a knife to peel me bloody potatoes. So, um, Something handy if you have to bug out. How about that little thing? Got off the market. There. Right? Nice. Fork, can opener, bottle opener, corkscrew, spoon, knife, and it comes apart. Yeah. Not very expensive. But if you have a bug out bag, worth its weight in gold. So I'll close it up. Mind I don't chop my fingers off. You know, you get older, you're not very careful. So, a handy piece of equipment, but as I point out, get two. Yes, you might lose it. Something I picked up at Lidl's the other week, and it's this. It's attached to my tablet there. It's a solar charger for, it does your phones and things like that. Not very expensive. Not very expensive. Trickle charger does the job. And once you got it, costs nothing. It'll stick to your window or your car window or things like that. Great little device. Wonderful things. So, as I said, I've seen a lot of things about bugging out. For a pensioner, decent bag. But remember, you're an old age pensioner. You don't want a bloody great yumping great bag which you've seen in the Falklands War. You want something manageable. I used to do a bit of backpacking when I was younger and that, and believe me, the sun and that will soon wear you down as a young man with a big pack on. Imagine what to do when you're an old man or woman. Well, you know, I assume man, but women do the same. But what I always see, that's always missing when they do these bug out bags. Compass and a whistle. Compass and a whistle. It might sound daft in a whistle, but if you've got, say, an animal attacking like a dog, it will deter it. Except my cats come running. Oh, Clyde. You ever known a cat come to a bloody whistle? Go on, yeah. So, a compass, because believe me, I've been lost on the moors without a compass when the whiteout comes, and it's not very pleasant. You don't have to spend a fortune on things. I got this second. It's a thermal hood, right? Balaclava. Surprising how much heat you lose at the top of your bunts. Not a lot. You can get a knitted one. Get you, if your missus knits or whatever, or if you knit. I mean, this is a unisex age, so yeah. Balaclava, worth its weight in gold in cold weather. I use it here in winter, you know, because my ears get cold. Very much so. Oddments of string or cordage, or you know, bootlaces, things like that. You always tie things down with that. But a length of rope doesn't have to be expensive. This I got from the builder's merchant. It's some sort of nylon, but a length of rope. If you're going to bug out and you have to bug out, you probably need a length of rope for some point, because you're not going to go down the nice lanes, are you? Perhaps you might buy they don't have to be expensive, binoculars. You're on the lookout. That just gives you a little bit of edge over somebody else on the lookout. Obviously, if somebody's a proper hunter, who's got the hunting stuff. Yeah, but you can get all sorts of sizes. They don't have to be expensive and things like that. Another little thing which I would recommend: baking powder or bicarbonate of soda. Yeah, for cooking, fine, right. But you get mosquito bites and things like bites and that. Dabbing that on will help it a great deal and draw a lot of the poisons out. So baking powder doesn't have to be expensive. That's good. I mentioned cordage. Why not some electrical cable of some sort? That was to my speakers on my. But you might have to do some jury rigging and things like that. Bit of cable, handy to have around. As I say, most of the stuff I've got for defence would be purely illegal. And I say I've only got it for some of it. I just got it just because I was curious, not being psychotic or anything like that. That's handy. Slingshot, catapult. Right? You can hunt with it. You can certainly give somebody some pause for thought at distance. If they've got a gun, you will get anyway, so no problem. Most of the stuff you're going to encounter in inner cities is going to be close quarter stuff. Think about that. You're not going to be sort of using hunting rifles and that, you know, out in the country. But as I say, you're the most vulnerable because you're old, frail, isolated. You're going to get picked off so easily, so you've got to network together. As I already pointed out, a good torch, a good flashlight. This one would be illegal in Britain because it's a flashlight. It's also a taser. Carry that around with me because one of the things when you go into the wilds, it's a lot of stray dogs. People kick them out and poor little buggers, and a lot of them get killed on the road. But a lot of them pack together. You know, they go up in the fields and things like that. And if you're out walking your dog, they'll attack you or can attack you. People have been killed that way, so that helps. I also have this, and it is legal. It's perfectly well. I have a license for it, but it's not difficult to get a license for it. You always keep it empty. It's a blank firing gun. It does a nice bang. Dogs will run when you get that. I'm not a psycho. I'm not into killing people. I don't want to. I literally don't. But you can scare them off quite easily. Quite legal. Another blank firer. As I say, it's another blank fire. Only out of curiosity, I've got it around, and most people think they're toys. They are not. So I am not anticipating having a siege situation here. So most of these are mainly toys, really, in that respect. Go on the market, the star, see them on Kung Fu. Really, you would injure somebody with it, but not enough to sort of like do anything more if they're really deserving than make them angry. You play darts, don't you? Well, a good dart. Get a dart board for recreation, but you can use a dart. It just gives you that little bit of pause, and that, yeah, fine. I got things on the market like this. They're only for toys, but they're throwing knives. They're illegal in the UK. Here, perfectly legal. You can't walk around with them, obviously, but yeah, you can make spears out of them or anything like that, or lances if you need to. I just use them for amusement. But yeah. Now mention this and this. Now, one of the beauties for this, for home defence, I say they are illegal in the UK, so forget it. But these are legal for me. Rockets. They fire rockets and starbursts, things like that. They also fire these, which are, they go into, that goes into the end, and that won't fit quite, but anyway. So basically, oh, that's the one. Like a musket, goes in the end, in the socket. You got it screwed in the front. Wrong one. And basically, you've got a rubber bullet. yeah, these are more handy for dog situations in particular, but they are handy if you are. I've got home attack. You get them. It's a pepper spray bullet, so that is for my self-defense if I need it. I doubt if I will. So that's for the 8mm gun, and that's for the 9mm gun. So I am more concerned. That's handy to just go on the moors and with my dog and walking away there. If I get dog attack, that with some pepper spray, things like that, it could save me from being torn to shreds by a pack of dogs, which has happened. It has happened. There's been several people in the past year or two killed by dogs when they've been walking their dogs in the countryside. And, well, dual purpose things, you're not, as a mountaineer, I mean, I don't have a shotgun, I'm not a hunter, but a pistol crossbow, this one you won't be able to obtain in the UK because it's an 80-pound pull crossbow, mini crossbow, where you're only allowed 40 pounds, but it's still good enough. But you can get small game with this and that. I'd say if you really want to go to human being, Lord help me, no. It creates a little bit of a diversion. One of them sticking in them. Yeah, but let's go back to things you can manage for yourself. Something you might not have thought of. You make my broom handle. These are, yeah, these were, I think these were off a curtain, not a curtain rail, but say like an old broom handle. What the hell are those? Fighting sticks. You're a pensioner, you're not going to do much with that. Very, very dangerous if you know how to use them. In the joints, in the solar plexus side of the face. You put somebody's eye out with it, under the chin. I think if you're serious about defending yourself, you're not going to fight clean, you're going to fight psycho. That's the thing. I'm not a psycho. I doubt that you are. But the person you'll be against will probably be a psycho on some sort of drug or something like that. So unless you band together, forget it. No? You're not that fit, forget it. You can get fit, but certainly not if you've got brittle bones, osteoporosis and things like that. You're being cut out. You've got to herd. You've got to go herd mentality. You've got to band together. A couple of last items. Good flask. Cold day, you're out walking or you're bugged out, whatever. A good flask. Put a hot drink in there, soup or something like that. It'll help. But I just say, I'm not bugging out. It doesn't have to be expensive. And neither do these. Some fishing equipment. Even a cheap rod or pole or whatever. Doesn't have to be the most expensive thing under the sun. A cheap fishing rod or whatever. You don't have to spend a massive amount on it. You learn how to fish, you can always eat. Okay, you might not eat, you might not catch everything under the sun, but it's got good recreational value. And you can go into second-hand shops right now and find these next to nothing. You know? Why not get a couple of rods or whatever and go down the canal or whatever, have a bit of fun, learn how to fish. You don't need to spend a fortune on it, do you? So I think that's a little contribution for today. and I know people want to, they think they can survive in the fan situation, but in the urban situation as a pensioner, I don't see it very well. Even in the English countryside, there are dangers. People will fan out and maraud or whatever. Here, it's an ageing population and it's a small population. There's plenty of space, so I'm not too worried. Unless some bugger starts a war with the Russians or something like that, I feel perfectly safe here. I'm not paranoid about it. I'm more into prepping my food. This is just recreational stuff, but it can be used. Okay, so you take care of yourself, and I sincerely hope that nothing really comes of all this and this is all bull. But if it isn't, just a few things to say. There are things you can do and there are things you can't do. But when it comes down to violence, never provoke the situation. You will be the loser. All right, so take care for now. Pensioner Prepper out, and you have a good day. Bye bye.